This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Tuesday, the 18th of November. I'm James Spann. Frigid air covers Alabama again today. Temperatures about 30 degrees below average, but we start to warm up tomorrow afternoon. And late this weekend, a storm event will we have severe weather. We'll take a look at that and answer some of the questions as we go. Let's begin with the big picture. And hey, what you see is what you get. It's an amazingly cold look for the month of November, or any time, with a full-scale upper trough over the country with a cross-polar flow. And those are the numbers at 5 a.m. 19 for Haleyville, 21 for Fort Payne and Cullman, mid-20s for Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden. The wind is keeping temperatures up a little bit above forecast levels, but the net result is the same because the wind chill index is between 10 and 15. For most spots. The Birmingham wind chill index this hour was 14 degrees. Whatever, it's cold. Around the nation, it's cold. Hard to find any warmth. Maybe Miami, and even there, the cold air will affect them today and tonight as they go below average. We got freeze warnings in effect down into really central Florida. And up north, lake effect snows are cranking up. It's a big snow falling this morning up around Buffalo and Erie and places like that. On to the convective outlooks. This is the day 5 outlook, which is Saturday, and the guys at SPC have defined a severe weather risk for parts of southeast Texas and the southwest corner of Louisiana. And, of course, the big question is, will that extend out into our region on day 6 on Sunday? It might, but we'll see. We'll take a look at the modeling here. There's some limiting factors. There's some things for severe weather, some things against severe weather here. This is the overall rain for the next 5 days, valid through Sunday morning at 6 a.m. local time. And this is showing rain amounts of over 1 inch here. And if you go past Sunday morning and bring in the 7-day rain totals, this is showing some big numbers. I mean, rain amounts here of about 2 inches. And the bulk of this would be Saturday night and during the day Sunday. And again, that's going to be the next forecast challenge, is how that whole thing pans out late this weekend. So we'll take a look at that in Thanksgiving week as we go with modeling. This is the GFS. The OZ run, valid today at 12 noon. And this is at 500 millibars. There's that cold trough over the east. And down below that, cold and dry. Sky will be bright and sunny today. Both the NAM and the GFS are printing 37 for a high. Tomorrow morning, we'll have a light wind, so it's a radiational cooling morning, and we'll see numbers all over the board. Places like Black Creek and Valley Head, they could do 15. The ridge tops may be mid-20s, 25, 26 degrees. So we'll say anywhere really from 15 to 27. It'll be that big of a range. But during the day, we start to warm up. The sky will be sunny, and the high will be pretty close to 50 tomorrow. And then for Thursday, we hit the mid to upper 50s as the warming trend continues. The sky partly sunny. This is Friday, and again, the GFS is suggesting the deeper moisture axis stays well to the east of here with no rain. And we're not going to mention rain. Friday should be a dry day. The high should be around 60. And Saturday also looks dry. We could see mid-60s. We've got that 1031 high that's just to the east of the mouth of Chesapeake Bay. And with the next wave, rain breaks out over Texas and Louisiana. And this is where there could be some strong storms, maybe over southeast Texas. That's where we had that convective outlook showing potential for severe weather around Houston Saturday. And let's go to Sunday morning at 6 a.m., 6 o'clock. A 996 millibar surface low is between St. Louis and Memphis, and that is a favorable position for severe weather, with rain and storms blowing through here. And the GFS has been fairly consistent in the idea of the big batch of rain and storms coming in here between, say, midnight Saturday night and mid-morning Sunday. And, of course, that is a time where the air tends to be more stable, and sure enough, this is the instability, and there's just hardly any cape here. But we caution you, and longtime viewers know this, in the cold season like this, you can have severe weather with very little cape or instability. But you can see the really good instability over 750 joules in the Gulf. So that is a huge limiting factor. And this could keep the threat maybe to extreme South Alabama or the Gulf Coast region. But this could change. We'll watch that. Now, the other parameters are pretty impressive. This is the low-level jet, 850 millibars, about 5,000 feet off the ground. It's got a core of 60 knots. And again, at 6 o'clock, it's got the low-level jet really over East Alabama and Georgia. So this is suggesting the better dynamics could be between midnight Saturday night and 6 o'clock Sunday morning, one of these overnight things. And this is the bulk shear, and again, 40 knots, that's very robust. And again, this is 6 o'clock Sunday morning. It's over southern Georgia, but those higher numbers will be over Alabama between midnight and 6. So, it's one of these very low cape, high shear kind of things in the middle of the night, but it will bear watching. At this point, I'd say it's, marginal because of the lack of instability, but we will keep a very close eye on things. And then this is Sunday at noon, and the GFS has us in a dry slot. The rain is gone, and this is suggesting the sun might even break out Sunday. And if that happens, we could soar up into the middle 70s. There's no cold air involved here. In fact, the GFS is printing a high of 76 on Sunday afternoon. Wow. And then Monday, here comes a cold front, a polar front from the north, and that could bring a few showers. The moisture is kind of depleted, but we'll mention maybe a chance of showers Monday. And still we'll be up in the 60s. And look what's back. Tuesday, another cold trough. This is a week from today, the 25th of November. And down below that, it starts to turn colder. Now, this is not like the cold air we have now. It's not the same source region. But this could get highs, down around 50 and lows in the 30s. And a pretty good north wind. That's some good cold air advection. Let's just walk you through next week. This is Wednesday, the 26th, the day before Thanksgiving. Busiest travel day of the year, some say. And for Alabama and much of the eastern U.S., just looks cold and dry. The good news, no major storms anywhere in the country, really. Could be some lake effect snow up north. Seattle could get rain, but that's nothing new for them. So a relatively good day for traveling there. And this is Thanksgiving Day. For us, the weather just looks cool and dry. Highs in the 50s and lows in the 30s. And the following day, Black Friday. Again, looks like another surge of cold air coming down from the north, but we're still dry. And this is Saturday, the 29th, Iron Bowl Day. And we've got cold air advection. And if this is right, the weather would be breezy and cold. Again, not as cold as today. No highs in the 30s, but maybe highs around 50 and lows around 30 on that day. But this is pure voodoo. Understand, there's no forecast here. We're just showing you what the GFS operational run shows on one run here. This is December 3rd, the end of the forecast. Heights about where they ought to be. Pretty decent, a little low around Chicago with a batch of showers and storms coming in here, if this would be correct. We'll check the temperatures coming off the ensembles. We peak late this weekend with highs up around 70. And then for Thanksgiving week, numbers come down with 40s to near 50 around Thanksgiving Eve and Thanksgiving Day with lows down around freezing. Arctic oscillation goes positive, and that's going to shut off this kind of air that we have now, which is good. I mean, it can be cold with the positive AO, but again, not this extreme cold like this. And the North Atlantic oscillation kind of just trending neutral out there toward the end of this month. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. This morning, we'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream of the television site, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.